Say that, but you don't mean that.
Good evening and welcome to our Glendale City Council meeting. If you would like to speak on any of the items that are on the agenda, please fill out a gold card and hand it to the police officer in the back of the room. The mayor will call your name, and when it's your turn to speak, you can make your way to the podium. All speakers have 3 minutes. If you would like to talk about an item that's not on the agenda, please complete a blue speaker card and give that one to the officer in the back of the room. Items that are not on the agenda are heard at the end of the voting meeting. Glendale has 7 city council members. Mayor Jerry Wires, Vice Mayor Lauren Tomachoff of the Choya District, Councilmember Diana Guzman of the Yucca District, Councilmember Leandro Baldenegro of the Ocotillo District, Councilmember Bart Turner of the Beryl District, Councilmember Ray Malnar of the Saguaro District, and Councilmember Lupe Conchas of the Cactus District. This meeting is streaming live on Glendale's Facebook and YouTube pages, as well as the city's cable television station, Glendale Channel 11. Thank you for joining us.
All right, good evening. Welcome to Glendale City Council meeting May 27th, 2025. This meeting is called to order. Roll call will be done next. Councilmember Baldenegro.
Here.
Councilmember Conchas told us that he would not be here. Councilmember Guzman.
Here.
Councilmember Melner.
Present.
Councilmember Turner.
Here.
Vice Mayor.
Here.
And I'm present. So moving on, the prayer and the invocation. Our prayer was going to be from Marina Carbajal, founder of the Global Gospel Worship Radio, but she's not here. So Mr. Melner, would you lead us in an invocation?
Sure.
And then after he's finished, if everybody would remain standing for our Pledge of Allegiance.
Our kind, gracious Father who art in heaven, as we come before Thee at the commencement of this council meeting, we are indeed grateful unto Thee for all that we have been blessed in this great city, in this great nation, for the freedoms in which we enjoy. We're grateful for the council and all those who serve on the city in staff positions, and all the time and dedication they put forward to help improve the lives of the people in our city. We pray for guidance and direction as the council makes decisions regarding issues within the city, that we might be prudent and be wise in the decisions that are made. We pray for Thy watchful care, Thy blessings over each and every member of the council and the city staff, and also its citizens. Watch over and protect them. We pray for those who have special needs, who are suffering. Watch over them, bless them in their needs. And these things we pray, asking Thy guidance in this meeting this day. In Thy holy name, amen.
Amen. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Gentlemen, if you're wearing a hat, if it's appropriate, if you'd remove it, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, next on our agenda is the consideration of the minutes from the May 13th, 2025 voting meeting. Council members, do you have any corrections or additions to the minutes? Hearing none, can I get a motion to approve May 13, 2025 voting meeting minutes? Anybody?
Mayor, I move that we approve the minutes.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion from Councilmember Mayor, a second from Vice Mayor. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Appears the ayes have it, do have it, that motion carries. Next is going to be proclamations and awards. I'm going to make a presentation proclaiming May 27th, Mayor's Youth Advisory Commission Day in the city of Glendale, Arizona. With us today is former Mayor George Renner, who actually founded the MIAC back in 1986. And the current MIAC members will be accepting the proclamation. So I'm going to come up to the podium, and I would ask former Mayor Renner and all of the MIAC students if they would please join us. kind of on both sides here. There you go.
The man, the myth.
Well, oh, you come right here, sir. And where's my president? Come on over here, too. Stand right here. This podium being backwards is kind of goofy, so bear with us. A long time ago, probably seems like way back in the 1900s, huh? Yeah, actually it was. He had actually came up with what I thought was a pretty cool idea, and that's to take these young high school students and give them the opportunity to be part of a city, to listen, to learn, and figure out what the city's about and make recommendations and actually be part of the city of Glendale. I would say over the years, we've had some incredible successes. We've had some major challenges, but we have currently this year, I believe, 40? 29. Okay, what did you do to the other ones? Oh, okay. Okay, I thought we had 40. Okay, so we have 29 right now. 29 active. We had 40 originally. Okay, all right. But folks, when you look at these MIAC students, I can assure you these are some of the brightest, smartest kids that you're ever going to see in your life. I'll make that guarantee to you. They're just incredible. They find a way to help become part of our city, and at the same time, they're carrying GPAs that are just through the roof. Really, really smart kids. So, and please don't take that wrong when I say kids, but at my age, you're kids. Okay. So, George Renner, the previous mayor, came up with that idea, and it's worked while you were mayor, worked while our former mayor, in between you and I, while she was mayor, and then, of course, since I've been here, which is almost 13 years now. So I just thought it would be very fitting that, being that we've had such a successful MIAC group, that we would give you a proclamation that you could hang on your wall. And well, no, this deserves to go to you because it was your idea. So I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to give this to you, and then our president is going to give you the actual regular proclamation, and I would invite you to the microphone to make any words, and I'd also invite you, okay? Everybody good with that? Okay. Whereas the Mayor's Youth Advisory Commission, known as MIAC, was established on June 29, 1986 by Mayor George Renner with the goal of encouraging Glendale's youth to take an active role in their community and to grow into the next generation of leaders, which they've been doing. Whereas MIAC provides high school students from across Glendale with meaningful opportunities to participate in local government, gain insight into civic processes, and engage with their city in a purposeful way. And whereas participation in MIAC helps students develop valuable skills in communication, collaboration, and leadership, skills that will benefit them throughout their academic, professional, and their personal lives. And whereas MIAC members have demonstrated a strong commitment to public service, contributing more than 600 hours just this year, community service projects such as Stand Up for Veterans, the Hometown Christmas Parade, Adopt a Family, and Adopt a Street program. And whereas these young individuals exemplify the ideals of civic responsibility, teamwork, and leadership, serving as role models for their peers and helping to shape a bright future for the city of Glendale. Now therefore, I, Jerry P. Wires, Mayor of the City of Glendale, Arizona, on behalf of the City Council, do hereby proclaim May 27, 2025 as Mayor's Youth Advisory Commission Day. And I encourage all residents to recognize and support the important contributions of our youth as they work to build a more engaged, connected, and vibrant Glendale. That was signed by our clerk and myself. Sure, I'm going to give that to you. Thank you so much, and I would invite you to go back to the podium.
Mayor, thank you very much. 40 years went by in a big hurry. I can assure you that there's been maybe one or two changes in 40 years, but what hasn't changed is the importance of young people, their enthusiasm, their energy, their excitement. That was something that I and the City Council then hoped we could bring in and help to improve the way we looked at our citizens. Thanks to Mayor Weirs and previous city mayor and councils, I think the program has been extraordinarily successful. Congratulations to all of you, men and women. You represent our young people in Glendale very, very well. Wish you the best in everything you could do. Mayor, thank you, and congratulations on you for keeping it going. Appreciate it.
You'll stand right there. You don't have to leave. You can present that.
Good evening, Mayor Wires, council members, and honored guests. It's truly an honor to be up here today and to recognize someone whose legacy has made a lasting impact on Glendale, Mayor George Renner. On July 29th, 1986, the Glendale Mayor's Youth Advisory Commission, or MIAC, was started by Mayor Renner. He had a simple yet powerful goal: to give young people in Glendale a voice, to make sure we weren't just watching from the sidelines, but actually helping shape the future of our city. He wanted Glendale's youth to have pride in our community, to support it, build it, and become the leaders of tomorrow. And that vision created a commission that's lasted nearly 40 years, growing in size, partnerships, and most importantly, impact. He believed youth could lead, not someday, but now. And MIAC is proof of that. It's still here, still growing, and still helping students like me develop leadership skills, serve the community, and discover what we're capable of. This kind of vision and service doesn't just come and go. It leaves a mark. Mayor Renner's legacy from his years in office and his military service and community leadership continues to be felt across the city. Beyond MIAC, Mayor Renner's lifetime of service to Glendale and Arizona is truly inspiring. In 2015, he received the Salvation Army's prestigious Others Award, which honors individuals who put others before themselves and uplift their communities. Whether it was through his military service, leading the city as the mayor, or volunteering with organizations like Salvation Army, the Rotary Club, or the Glendale Chamber of Commerce, Mayor Renner has consistently led by example. His life reflects what it means to serve not for recognition, but out of deep commitment to others. As MIAC president this past year, we've had the chance to expand and lead new projects like Adopt a Street, table at events to form new partnerships, plan upcoming community efforts, collaborate with young leaders across Arizona during summits we've hosted, as well as continuing our service events like Stand Up for Veterans, Hometown Christmas Parade, and Adopt a Family, and so much more. All of that has helped spark a voice in me and helped others find theirs too. We've learned how to work with the team, speak with confidence, and think critically about ways we can make our city better. And this is a legacy that keeps giving, and I'm incredibly grateful to be part of it. I also want to take a moment to thank Mayor Wires for continuing to support MIAC and prioritizing youth leadership in Glendale. His encouragement gives students like us a real platform to grow and lead, not just on paper, but through meaningful action. And thank you as well to our advisor, Ms. Thompson, for being the person who makes all the behind-the-scenes work possible. Her guidance, encouragement, and patience with all of us makes MIAC the space that is one where students feel empowered, heard, and inspired to do more. So on behalf of MIAC, past, present, and future, we thank Mayor Renner for starting something that continues to shape the lives of young people and strengthen the city. He reminds us that true leadership isn't about recognition. It's about showing up, giving back, and building something that lasts beyond ourselves. And as Albert Pine once said, what we do for ourselves dies with us, but what we do for others and the world remains and is immortal. Thank you.
Hey, just one final thing is I want to thank also Mayor Scruggs. She was mayor for 20 years, and she kept MIAC going too. So it's been a mayor's effort for the last 40 years now. So you started something good. We're going to keep it going for you. But we'll get everybody in the front. We'll get a quick picture. How's that? Okay, we'll move on to consent agenda items 3 through 26. Items on the consent agenda are routine nature. or they've been previously studied by the city council at a workshop session. Now, the items are intended to be acted upon in one motion by this council. Vice Mayor Tomachoff has requested a presentation for item 16. We'd like to get that first, and then we're going to take a vote on all items on consent, correct?
Yes, Mayor.
Thank you. So with that, Ms. Bauer, can you introduce item 16 for presentation before we take a vote on everything?
Authorization to enter into a linking agreement with Stryker Sales LLC, acting through its medical division for the purchase of automatic external defibrillators for the police department utilizing a Sourcewell cooperative purchasing contract.
Mayor, members of the council, here provided staff report is Interim Chief Colby Brandt.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. This is a request for City Council to authorize the city manager to enter into a leaking agreement with Stryker Sales LLC, which is acting through their medical division, and to approve the expenditure of funds in the amount not to exceed $400,000 for the entire term of the agreement for the purchase of 146 automatic external defibrillators, also known as AEDs. So many times, our police officers are first to arrive on the scene of a medical emergency. And so equipping our patrol cars with AEDs really does enhance public safety by enabling our officers to provide immediate life-saving care during cardiac emergencies. One thing I wanted to point out is this technology is compatible with the equipment that our fire department currently uses, and that's going to allow for a seamless transition to our fire departments for more advanced care after the initial use of our AEDs. The agreement includes on-site setup, also includes demonstrations, training, and compensation for consumable replacements like pads and batteries. Another thing that I'd like to point out is our fire partners are fantastic. They have already provided emergency first aid training for all of our police officers. This training has already saved lives in our community. This, in my mind, is an extension to the training that we've already received, and I believe that having access to this equipment when minutes really count is an absolute benefit to our community. So with that being said, you've been provided a copy of the council report regarding this item, and I'm available to answer any questions that you may have.
I don't have any questions, Mayor. I just want to thank you, Chief Brandt, actually, and also former Chief Briggs was with me at the Rotary meeting where I first was presented with this idea, and then the city staff that was able to figure out how to fund it and actually kind of move this along rather quickly, because having this available to residents, business owners, and visitors to Glendale is undoubtedly going to save lives in our community. And so I'm just really grateful that everybody was on board and that we moved this along. And I just wanted the presentation so that people would know that this is something, another way that we're showing our community that the safety of our residents, business owners, and visitors to Glendale is of utmost importance to the city council. So thank you, Chief Brandt.
All right, thank you, sir. Okay, items 3 through 26. You need to read anything? You
No,
good?
sir.
Okay, can I get a motion?
Mayor,
Go ahead.
I'd like to move to approve item numbers 3 to 26.
Second.
I have a motion from Councilmember Baldenegro, a second from Vice Mayor to approve consent agenda items 3 through 26. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed, say nay. Here's the ayes have it, do have it, that motion carries. Moving on to land development actions. Ms. Bauer, would you introduce item 27, please?
Resolution number R25-40, a resolution of the Council of the City of Glendale, Maricopa County, Arizona, amending the Glendale, Arizona General Plan Map by approving General Plan Amendment GPA 24-05 for property located at the northwest corner of 63rd Avenue and Grand Avenue, and ordinance number O25-24, an ordinance of the Council of the City of Glendale, Maricopa County, Arizona, rezoning approximately 10 acres located at the northwest corner of 63rd Avenue and Grand Avenue from M1 Light Industrial R4 Multiple Residence 4 and C3 Heavy Commercial to PAD Planned Area Development for a development plan entitled Veterans Community Project, amending the zoning map, providing for an effective date, and ordering that a certified copy of the ordinance is recorded. Public hearing.
You ready to go?
Well,
Okay, public hearing is now open.
Mayor, members of the council, here to provide staff report on both these items is Senior Planner Alex Lerma.
Thank you. Mayor, members of the council, before you, you have two actions or two requests. The first request is for a minor general plan amendment in order to change the property's land use designation from light industrial to high density residential up to 20 dwelling units per the acre and office. Second request is for a zoning action to change the property's zoning classification to light industrial, multi-residence, and heavy commercial to planned area development. Property is located 0.8 miles northwest of City Hall. The 10-acre property is located on the northwest corner of 63rd Avenue and Grand Avenue, and it is located within the Barrel District. Before you is the zoning map to the right. Again, this property has multiple zoning districts associated with the site. Surrounding zonings are going to be similar in nature with industrial and residential. The site previously had multiple uses associated with the site, including an animal hospital, multiple motels, and a mobile home park. As shown before you, the site is vacant and has remained vacant since 2010. The only improvements to the site is going to be the perimeter wall along Grand Avenue. It's 8 feet sound wall, and along the other perimeter of the property are chain link fence and block walls as well. Property to the north is the North Horizon Park. All the other surrounding properties are being used for industrial use, with exception of the VFW post that's located directly east of the site. With both requests, the applicant is proposing to develop the site for a small home veteran community with ancillary support services to address the housing initiative for veterans. There are two elements to this project. The first element is the housing element. The project will be developing 50 small site-built homes. 2 of the homes are going to be ADA accessible. 6 of the homes are going to be designated to accommodate families. And the remaining 42 homes will be for individuals. The housing is intended to be temporary in nature, to provide residents with stability so that they can move forward for more permanent housing at a different location. The second element of the project is going to be what is labeled as a village center, which will be providing the support needed to these veterans. The Veteran Center will be a commercial building that will include offices for support staff, community meeting spaces, mailboxes, counseling and training rooms, and other necessary amenities. There will be supporting staff on site, not to exceed 15 staff at any given time. These staff members are not going to be residing on site, but will be there during business hours. On-site services will be exclusively to those veterans that are being housed at site and will not be to the general public. Site access is proposed along 2 points along 63rd Avenue. The project went before the Planning Commission on April 24th, 2025. There was one speaker that spoke of this item in support of the item. Planning Commission forwarded a recommendation of approval for GPA 2405 as written and for ZON 2410 with the stipulations included within the council staff report. Mr. Mayor, members of the council, this concludes my presentation.
Any questions? Okay, we have any speaker cards?
No, sir.
Thank you. Okay, with that, no speaker cards. Public hearing is now closed. May I have a motion for item 27, resolution R25-40?
Mayor,
Go ahead.
I move that we approve resolution number R25-40.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion from Councilmember Melner, a second from the Vice Mayor to approve the recommended action. Roll call vote. Councilmember Baldonado, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Guzman, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Melner, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Turner, how do you vote?
Aye.
Vice Mayor, how do you vote?
Aye.
I would call Councilmember Conscious, but he's absent. Chair votes aye, that motion does carry. Moving on to item 27, ordinance
Mayor, we also have an ordinance, I believe, to approve.
I'm going to item 27, ordinance 025-24.
Gotcha, okay.
Okay. Can I get a motion for that?
Mayor,
Go ahead, sir.
I move that we approve ordinance number 025-24.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion from Councilmember Melner, a second from the Vice Mayor to approve the recommended action. Roll call vote. Councilmember Baldenegro, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Concha absent. Councilmember Guzman, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Melner, how do you vote?
Very enthusiastic aye.
Thank you. Councilmember Turner, how do you vote?
Aye.
Vice Mayor, how do you vote?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. That motion also carries. Thank you. Moving on to ordinances. Ms. Bauer, would you read item 28 by title?
Ordinance number 025-25, an ordinance of the Council of the City of Glendale, Maricopa County, Arizona, authorizing the execution of deeds and easements at various locations throughout the city and directing the city clerk to record a certified copy of the ordinance.
Mayor and members of the council, here to provide staff report this evening is Glendale Principal Engineer Jamie Chapin.
Thank you, Mr. Phelps. Good evening, Mayor and Council. This is a request to accept right-of-way for roadway purposes and various easements at 15 locations throughout the city. By accepting these land rights, the city will be able to operate and maintain the associated public infrastructure in the future. Accordingly, staff is recommending approval. Thank you, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions? Seeing none, thank you. May I have a motion for item 28?
Mayor, I move to approve ordinance number 025-25.
Second.
I have a motion from Councilmember Guzman, a second from the Vice Mayor to approve the recommended action. Roll call vote. Councilmember Baldenegro, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Concha is absent. Councilmember Guzman, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Melner, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Turner, how do you vote?
Aye.
Vice Mayor, how do you vote?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. That motion carries. Moving on to resolutions. Ms. Bauer, would you read item 29 by title?
Resolution number R25-41, a resolution of the Council of the City of Glendale, Maricopa County, Arizona, authorizing and directing the entering into of an intergovernmental agreement for landfill disposal services with the Maricopa County Flood Control District.
Mayor and members of the council, here to provide staff report is Deputy Director of Field Operations Michael Carr.
Thank you, Mr. Phelps. Good evening, Mayor and Council. This resolution seeks authorization for the landfill to enter into an IGA with Maricopa County Flood Control District for landfill disposal services. Entering into this agreement will fulfill the Maricopa County procurement requirements for the Flood Control District. The district utilizes the landfill to dispose of approximately 280 tons of material per year. They will be charged the current gate rate, the council-approved rates. You may have noticed that the resolution is missing the initiating date. Since Maricopa County is the requesting agency, its Board of Supervisors will approve the final version of the IGA after this council's approval. The effective date will be added once the board approves the IGA, and the term will be through June 30th of 2027. And with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Questions? Seeing none.
Mayor, I move we adopt resolution R25-41, authorizing the city manager to enter into the IGA with Flood Control District and waive reading beyond the title.
Second.
I have a motion from Councilmember Turner, second from the Vice Mayor to approve the recommended action. Roll call vote. Councilmember Baldenegro, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Concha is absent. Councilmember Guzman, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Melner, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Turner, how do you vote?
Aye.
Vice Mayor, how do you vote?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. The motion carries. Ms. Bauer, would you introduce item 30, resolution R25-42?
Resolution number R25-42, a resolution of the Mayor and Council of the City of Glendale, Arizona, ordering and calling a special election to be held on November 4th, 2025, in and for the City of Glendale, Arizona, to submit to the qualified electors thereof questions of selling and issuing bonds payable from secondary ad valorem property taxes.
Mayor and members of the council, here to provide staff report this evening is Assistant Director Amy Lindsay, Budget and Finance.
Thank you, Mr. Phelps. Good evening, Mayor and Council members. This is a request for City Council to waive reading beyond the title and adopt a resolution ordering and calling an election to be held on November 4th, 2025, in and for the City of Glendale, Arizona, to submit to the qualified electors thereof questions of selling and issuing bonds payable from secondary ad valorem property taxes. Each year, the City Council reviews and approves the 10-year capital improvement plan, otherwise known as the CIP. The CIP serves as a roadmap for constructing, repairing, maintaining, and paying for Glendale's present and future infrastructure needs. The CIP outlines project costs, funding sources, and estimated future operating costs associated with each capital improvement. The plan is designed to ensure the city has available resources to fund the investment in the capital assets and to pay for its ongoing operations and maintenance. During the budget process, projects are identified which could potentially be funded using general obligation bonds. General obligation bonds require voter authorization and are usually paid for using secondary property tax revenues. To ensure funds are available to support projects in the 10-year CIP, an election is needed to request additional voter authorization to issue general obligation bonds. The need for bond authority and potential timing of a special election were discussed by the council at workshops on January 28th, 2025 and April 22nd, 2025. That concludes my presentation, and I'm available to answer any questions.
Any questions? No questions. Okay, can I get a motion?
Mayor, I move to approve resolution number R 25-42.
Second.
I have a motion from Councilmember Guzman, second from the Vice Mayor to approve the recommended action. We'll conduct a roll call vote. Councilmember Boldenegger, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Conchas is out. Councilmember Guzman, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Melner, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Turner, how do you vote?
Aye.
Vice Mayor, how do you vote?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, that motion carries. Moving on to item 31.
Resolution number R 25-43, a resolution of council of the city of Glendale, Maricopa County, Arizona, declaring the official canvass of votes cast in the city of Glendale election held May 20th, 2025, declaring the results of the citizen referred Proposition 401 and Proposition 402, and ordering that a certified copy of the resolution be recorded. Mayor and council, the resolution will declare and adopt the results of the May 20th, 2025 election.
Any questions? Seeing none, can I get a motion on item 31?
Mayor,
Go ahead.
I move that we approve resolution R 25-43, declaring the official canvass of votes for the recently held Glendale election.
Second.
I have a motion from Councilmember Melner, a second from the Vice Mayor to approve recommended action. Roll call vote. Councilmember Boldenegger, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Conchas is out. Councilmember Guzman, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Melner, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Turner, how do you vote?
Aye.
Vice Mayor, how do you vote?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, that motion carries. Moving on to council comments and suggestions. Councilmember Boldenegro, have you any?
None at this time, sir.
Thank you. Councilmember Guzman, have you any?
Not at this time, sir.
Thank you. Councilmember Melner, have you any?
Nothing today, Mayor.
Councilmember Turner.
Not tonight, Mayor.
Thank you. Vice Mayor?
Yes, Mayor, I do have one thing. I just happy that we were able to approve the zoning, I guess, multiple zoning changes. I didn't know there were so many different zonings on that property where the Veterans Community, or the Veterans Village, I guess is what it's going to be called, project's going. It seems like it was a long time ago, that cold November morning in Kansas City where I think it was you, Mayor, Councilmember Melner, Councilmember Turner, and I went and visited that project, and we were blown away at the difference they were making in the lives of veterans. And I know we're all proud that we're one step closer. I think we're getting close to being able to help change the lives of veterans here in Glendale. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. I have nothing to add. Moving on to citizens' comments. Next on the agenda is just that. Council makes this opportunity available to our citizens to bring information and business before the council that's not included on the printed agenda. With that said, I have an old friend I haven't seen for a long time, Cricket. I'm really glad to see you. If you would come to the mic, tell us your name. You don't live in Glendale, so tell us the city you live in, and then we'll give you 3 minutes.
Thank you, and you'll have to tell me. Oh, I have a timer. I am Cricket Barrientos. I'm the founder of an organization called Sounds of Autism. I live in
Cricket. Either back up a little bit or let me get them turn the volume down because it's really loud over here.
Okay, is this better?
That's way better.
Okay, thank you. Founder of Sounds of Autism. I'm from Goodyear, Arizona, and I started this nonprofit in 2011. So we've been around 14 plus years. Many of you know me from Dave & Buster's as a special events manager, but in 2020 when I was furloughed, it gave me the time that I needed to start this journey and really be serious about it and help families from prenatal till the end of life. Our mission statement is to safely integrate children and families of autism and others at risk back into society unconditionally through love and support. And we do this, and you'll hear tonight, I have another person from our team, Executive Director Jamie Aldama, who's helping me. I asked him for his support because he has the understanding of working with city council members, mayors, police chiefs, fire chiefs, anybody that can get involved. And one of the things that I can share with you since 2020 and really starting this journey again, we have lost 3 individuals on the autism spectrum to fentanyl overdose, all of them leading from vaping. Underage vaping led to a fentanyl overdose, and that happened in Surprise, Arizona, and one of them was in Glendale, Arizona. I share that with you because the opioid addiction, fentanyl, and the vaping, underage vaping, we have a huge issue with. And as everybody knows, we are starting to speak about autism in Washington, D.C., and we're seeing that this is going to be a very, very big thing coming our way. And so this is the time that I think you're going to see us here multiple times talking about the things that we need to do to support this community. It's 1 in 31 individuals in the United States. It's the largest diagnosis, and we're just finally starting to talk about it. So I'm here to support these families, and I know that you guys do a great job here. I've come to you many times, Mayor, and Councilmember Ray Malner. I've come to you guys all the time asking for support over the last 15 years of my life, and I want to make sure that we continue asking you for that support. So I don't know what exactly we're going to do yet. We're still working on that, and we have the thing, but when it comes to underage vaping and the autism population, we want you to be involved and just continue doing the supportive things that you're doing in the community. And I'm at 37 seconds. So thank you. I just wanted to say thank you tonight for including us, letting us be here to address this. And is there anything that you have questions on or anything that we can do to support you as well?
Thank you, Cricket.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Aldama.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Mayor and Council. My name is Jamie Aldama. I live in Glendale. I live in the Yucca District. My cross streets are 83rd Avenue in Missouri in Glendale. I represent Sounds of Autism with our founder, Cricket, here, and we support and advocate for families who have a loved one living on the spectrum, specifically autism. But today, we are here to talk to you about underage minor vaping in our community, in your backyard. Vaping has swept Glendale, is sweeping Arizona, sweeping the nation, causing a lot of issues in the classroom, causing for disruption in the classroom, causing the kids to not be competitive in their sports, not be competitive in curriculum. And we're asking if you can help, and how can we help you? Mayor, in a recent study, 43% of underage vaping individuals reported getting their vape product and their vapes from retail sources like gas stations, vape shops, and convenience stores. So obviously that shows and demonstrates that there's a lack of enforcement and there's bad actors out there. We're asking if you can do a couple things to help us prevent underage vaping in our city. And one thing you can do is you can raise the limit from 18 to 21 years of age to keep those young individuals from vaping. You can also enforce more some of the bad actors in the retail area of selling to underage kids. Mayor, these kids are vaping not only in their homes, in their school bathrooms, but in your parks and our streets, and that's causing for more crime in our city. And we want to save our teenagers. We want to make them great citizens. We want to make them great taxpayers, Mayor. We want them to be great in our city, and we know you care, Mayor, and we know our Vice Mayor cares, and our council members care, and we have great schools in our city, and we're just asking for your help. However, Cricket and I can help with the organization, help our police continue to enforce and raise that limit. Thank you, Mayor. We appreciate you.
Okay, Mr. Dibler, you're up. James Dibler, there you are. You know how it works?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, my name is James Dibler. I am a resident of Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm speaking to you regarding Adopt the Street event 2 weekends ago. The Adopt the Street event was a good event. We had only 70 volunteers. I would like to invite the St. Allen's Woman Catholic Church Knights of Columbus to participate in the Adopt a Stream cleanup. Finally, I would like the Glendale Public Library to participate in the hometown Christmas parade. It would be fun to have library volunteers and employees participate in this event. Thank you for taking the time into considering this matter.
Thank you, James. Okay, with that, there being no further business for the council tonight, I'd like to thank everyone for attending. If there's no objection, we're adjourned. Thank you.